Good morning. In this video, I'm going to explain you the asymptotic notations and what are the functions and summations equations are there. Let's begin with our first notation. Before starting our first notation, we have to understand what is asymptotic complexity of a function. So, when we represent a running time of an algorithm as a function of input size, that is n, and the value of n is very large, so we say we are representing asymptotic complexity. Basically, it is expressed as the highest order term in a function. For example, theta n square. So theta n square is not the exact complexity of a function of algorithm. It's the higher order term in a function. So asymptotic complexity define the behavior of an algorithm uh, when n is very large. So we write these notation as a asymptotic notations. There are 5 notations those can use to represent the asymptotic complexity or running time of an algorithm. These notations are theta, big O, omega, little omega. These notation define a set of functions in practice used to compare two function size. Basically, these notations represent the function and it is used to compare two function, whether one function is growing or not growing, or whether they are equivalent. So, next PPT, we are having a first notation that is known as theta notations. From the graph, you can visualize that a function fn is lying between two functions c1gn and c2gn. So this relation can be represented by an equation which says that theta gn is equal to fn if there exists some positive constraint c1, c2 and n naught, such that for all n greater than n naught, we have a relation that 0 is less than C1 GN is less than Fn is less than C2 GN. We can say the Fn function lie between two function, that is C1 GN and C2 GN. This notation is also known as tight bound. We can say a GN is asymptotically tight bound for Fn. So technically Fn includes in theta gn. Basically, theta gn is a family of function. So we can also write fn is equal to theta gn, where fn and gn are both are non-negative function. Means the value of fn is greater than or equal to 0. The value of gn is also greater than or equal to 0. So this is a theta notation. Now we have to understand why the example. For example, suppose we are having an equation like this, tan n square minus 3n. So we can write this equation as a theta n square. To show this, we have to prove that there exists some constant n naught, c1 and c2 will work here. How we have to find a c1 as a little smaller than leading coefficient and c2 is a little bigger. So to compare order of growth, let's look at the leading term. We know that there is a leading term tan n square. We have to prove that. Now this is you can solve a problem that is n square upon 2 minus 3n is equal to theta n square. So to solve more problems about these notations, we will take another lecture. So thank you very much.